What is up everyone, Movie Wayne back again with another end of month vlog. This is just a video where I talk about all the movies I've watched in the past month and my plans for the channel next month, which I'll talk about at the end. Now I did get a few subscribers in May, the month of May, and it was mainly down to my full Blu-ray collection. So I just want to say welcome to the channel guys. I hope you all enjoyed the content and the future content I have planned. And in this video I do show a lot of physical media off, because most of the movies I watch are from my Blu-ray collection. Movies that I have bought and not seen yet. I'm trying to get round to them all so I can whittle it down. But, you know, enjoy the video guys, relax, and let's just talk about some movies. So the first movie that I watched this month, by the way guys, before I carry on, I do have the iPad in front of me here. If you see me looking down, it's just making sure that I've got the right order, because some of the movies are off Netflix and stuff, but most of them are physical media, most of them are Blu-rays. Anyway, the first movie I watched this month, guys, was Solo, A Star Wars Story. First time watch for me, I just never got round to it. If I had my YouTube channel back in the day, I definitely would have went to see it, but to review for you guys and stuff, but this was the only Star Wars film I just never got round to, and I really enjoyed it. You know, a lot of people give this movie hate, a lot of people like it. It's very split, the Star Wars community. You either love or hate the movies, don't you, if you're a Star Wars fan. I'm just a casual Star Wars fan. I'm not massively into it. I enjoy all the movies for what they are. I don't think they're amazing or anything, I just enjoy them. And this was, one of the better ones for me. I really enjoyed it. Just a good Star Wars story. Good to see Woody Harrelson in there, and just how Han Solo met Chewbacca and stuff. I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. So, sorry if you don't like that, guys, but I did enjoy it. Next up is another 4K that I watched, and that is Blade Runner 2049. Only just got around to this movie, guys, yes, because I was so put off with Blade Runner, the first one, and then I rewatched it and really enjoyed it. So I thought, here's me time now to watch Blade Runner 2049. And it was a great movie. You know, I want to watch it again to fully make my mind up, but definitely one of the best looking films I've ever seen. The cinematography in this and the visuals are just incredible to look at. Ryan Gosling's great in the movie, but I'm really looking forward to delving back into this and giving it another watch. But I just don't want to fully make my mind up on it just yet, but I do feel like a second watch I'll like it more, like I did with the first film. So next up we do have Scream 3. I watched Scream and Scream 2 in the month of April, and I was just carrying on with the Scream series because my fiance had never watched them. And I did actually full detail spoiler talk these movies. I've got a video for each one. If you want to check it out, I'll leave my Scream playlist down below. This was probably the worst in the franchise for me, even though I still did have fun with it here and there, but the weakest one, I'd say. But if you want to hear me full thoughts on that, guys, the link will be down below. Next up, we have Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner in. A first time watch for me. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Bit of a weird movie about this guy who has this urge to build a baseball field on his farm where all his crops are growing because he hears a few voices tell him to do it. And it's just a strange movie, guys, but I enjoyed it, for what it was. It wasn't bad, considered a bit of a classic. That's got a bit of a cult following, sort of, that now. Next up was a franchise that I was not too keen on a while ago, and I've only just got round to this one and the next one, which I'll show in a minute. But this is probably one of my favourite franchises now, guys, because this movie was absolutely incredible, and that is Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. I just loved everything about this movie. The water tank scene with Rebecca Ferguson and Tom Cruise is incredible. Like, one of the most heart-stopping moments I've seen in an action film. And you got Tom Cruise grabbing onto jets, and the guy's just insane, isn't he? And I wasn't a massive fan of Tom Cruise, to be honest, but I am now, because this movie was absolutely incredible. I loved it. Can't wait for Mission Impossible 7 and 8, which he's signed up for. Next up, back to the Scream franchise. I watched Scream 4, probably my second favourite in the franchise. After Scream 1, I do have a franchise ranking of this as well, which will be in the Scream playlist down below, but I also have a full review of this if you want to check out my full thoughts on Scream 4 and all the other Scream movies down below. But I really enjoyed this. Second time watching me. I watched it when it first come out, and I really enjoyed it. You know, still a decent slasher movie there. Can't wait for Scream 5. Now next up we have Mission Impossible again. Mission Impossible Fallout. First time watch. I missed it back in the cinema. But like I said, guys, if it did have my YouTube channel when this came out, I would have made sure I went to see it to review for you guys. And this was another brilliant movie. You know, the helicopter scene with Henry Cavill and stuff. It was just an amazing movie. And I really, really like Rebecca Ferguson as an actress now. She's one of my favourite actresses. She was such a good addition to the team. You know, Ethan's team in these movies. Like I said, just can't wait for Mission Impossible 7 and 8, guys. And that looked great on 4K. Next up, we have a movie that wasn't the best. And that is The Slayer from Arrow Video. Yeah. It was a half decent slasher movie, just a really bad payoff, and the last scene in this movie, I was like, what the hell is that all about? It was like they just put this random scene in there. Maybe I missed something, I don't know. But this isn't Arrow's finest moment. I'd give it like a 4 out of 10. There was some fun to be had with it, but yeah. Next up was one of the worst movies I've ever seen, guys, and some of you might turn the video off when I show this, but I just didn't like it. There was nothing I liked about it. And that is The Crazies from George A. Romero, the original. I just thought it was a terrible film, and, you know, really poorly edited as well. It was just a mishmash of scenes thrown together and people shouting over each other. I just couldn't get on board with it, guys. I'm really sorry. But this is definitely the worst movie I watched this month. I just didn't like it. I don't think I'll ever watch it again. I definitely prefer the remake. And George A. Romero made 3 gems there, but I'm not really a massive fan of some of the other stuff I've seen from him, including this. So, sorry guys if you are fans of that movie, but... Next up, I was on a bit of a Tom Cruise kick, and I watched Minority Report for the first time. Really good movie. It's about Tom Cruise in the future, 2055 if I remember correctly, or 56 or whatever. And his crew try and stop people from killing. Like, they solve murders before they happen. So, basically, no murder has happened for 6 years because of Tom Cruise and his team. And it's a very ambitious film. You know, Steven Spielberg done a good job with this. I really had fun with it. It's not anything amazing, but it's a good movie. You know, and like I said, guys, Tom Cruise really growing on me now. Next up is a movie I heard really bad things about, and I just weren't expecting anything from it, but I just wanted to watch something easy to watch, and that is Spy. Yeah, I enjoyed it, guys. I really did. I thought it was a really funny movie. Melissa McCarthy is great for the first half, and then the second half she goes full Melissa McCarthy, and I just can't work out if I like her as an actress or not. But apart from that, it was a good film, you know. Jason Statham, Jude Law, just a fun time really, a good little action comedy movie. Next up is, I'm pretty sure Mark Kermode gave this his film of the year, and I was so surprised by it. So I picked it up, and I finally watched it, and that is Captain Underpants, the first epic movie, and I didn't realise Kevin Hart done the voice of one of the kids in this. Captain Underpants' nemesis in this movie is called Dr. Poopy Pants. But it's a good movie, you know. It's mainly set for kids, obviously, but I had a good time with it. I don't think it was me film of 2017 or 18 when it come out, like Mark Kermode sort of said. Don't quote me on that, guys, but I'm sure I read somewhere that he gave it that. But yeah, it was still a decent, you know, fun time. I had a good time with it. Now I'm just checking here, guys. I think the next movie I watched was on Amazon Prime, if I remember correctly. Now, one of my subscribers, Tom, or Tom180 as he's known on here, you might remember the last video, he sent me a package, but he recommended a few films to me, and I'm sorry, Tom, but the only one I got round to was this, and that is House of the Devil. I will try and get to your other recommendations soon, mate. I just really am working on my collection at the minute, but I wrote down all the recommendations that my subscribers give me, and when my collection's whittled down, I'm going to get round to them all. But I had a good time with this film. You know, it was a really decent horror movie. I loved the way it was filmed, like it was in the 70s or the 80s, but on like a modern camera, but still kept that vibe of the 80s. You know, it's hard to explain unless you watch the film, basically, but I really, really enjoyed this movie. Apart from the last 10 minutes, I just thought it went a bit too overboard. But it was a decent horror movie, you know, quite a clever one too. Tom Noonan's in there. Had a good time with it, guys. So, thanks for the recommendation, Tom, by the way. Next up, we have another 4K, John Wick. First time watching me again, guys. I think everyone had seen this trilogy apart from myself. And this was a fantastic movie. It reminded me of Extraction, but obviously John Wick was there first, you know, with the action scenes and stuff. Very familiar with the, you know, all the fight scenes and the shooting. But Keanu Reeves is a badass in this movie. You know, I love the way it was filmed, like black and white comic book style, but with plenty of colour as well. It's hard to explain, but I definitely can't wait to check out John Wick 2 and 3. You know, great film this. Everyone who recommended that to me, thank you so much. Mainly my friend Jack. So, okay guys, just making sure I'm on the right video. Yes, sorry, the right movie next, and I am. First time watching me again. Bought this for CEX for very cheap, and I thought that's surely a movie you need in your collection. And that is Pinocchio. I had a good time with this film. You know, I thought it was one of Disney's better movies. I really enjoyed their early stuff. I think this is from 1940, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, this is like, what's that, like 80 years old? Well, this is the 70th anniversary, and this came out about 10 years ago, so it must be 80 years old. I just really like this film, guys. You know, definitely will watch it again. Sort of strange in places, but interested to see what Guillermo del Toro's gonna do with the live action version. I think it's him directing it. Next up, we have a movie that one of my favourite YouTubers really, really loves. His name's Dean Thompson, and he loves this movie, and that is Sorcerer. And I've got to agree with the guy. You know, what a film this is. If you want to watch a film where you're just on the edge of your seat for an hour, like the first hour is a bit of a build up, the second hour is just total edge of your seat stuff. It's basically about these four guys who want to get out of this place where they're hiding, and to do that they have to drive these jeeps full of chemicals up to the top of this mountain and deliver them. But if they do a slight knock or anything, the jeep will just blow up. So you're really on the edge of the seat, and you have to go across these you know, these bridges that look really breakable and stuff. And I'm tense just talking about it. But the guy in this off Jaws, Roy Schneider, I think it is. Yes, Roy Schneider. He's fantastic in this film, guys. This is a really good film. Definitely give it a go. Bit of a slow build up, but pay off in the end, definitely. Now, what I was gonna start doing was giving a pick of the month. You know, the best movie I watched out the month, or the best TV show, and I was gonna give it to this, but something else came along, which I'll talk about in a minute, and that is Chappie. What a film this is. I absolutely loved this movie. It's underrated for me because all the reviews I seen were just like 3-star, you know, 2.5-star, but no, this is like at least a 4. It's a brilliant film from Neil Blomkamp. I absolutely loved it. It's like a robot that has to learn human emotions, but these gangsters sort of get hold of him, these drug dealers, and use him to do robberies and stuff. It's fucking amazing, guys. Definitely watch this movie. I couldn't praise it enough anymore. I really couldn't. I really wish Neil Blomkamp was still doing RoboCop Returns. Please. Oh no, I think they've given it to some other guy now, so I forgot his name. Next up we have 21 Jump Street. Yeah, just me and my fiance, sorry, just felt like watching something easy to watch, like a decent little comedy. And I'd seen this before, but I watched it with a friend a while ago, and about half an hour towards the end, we just started talking. It was years ago, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Quite a funny film. I enjoyed it. It's just basically just drug dealers in a school, and these two go undercover into the school to try and find out who it is. But there's some funny moments in this. 22 Jump Street was next, and not as good as the first, but it was still quite funny. That "My name is Jeff" line at the start of this movie. I know it's an old thing, but I didn't actually know it was from this. I couldn't stop laughing. That was hilarious. But just a decent sequel, just talk at 23 Jump Street, if I'm not mistaken. I'll be down for that. Okay, next up we have a movie that I bought from Poundland when movies in Poundland were actually £1 and not £2. About 2 years ago. I just read the back and thought, that sounds interesting, I'll buy it. And there's a movie called Gone with Amanda Seyfried from Mean Girls. Yeah, not a great movie, guys. Some bad acting in this, It tries to impact you too. It doesn't. Not very well directed, but it's watchable, I wouldn't watch it again though, Next up we have a movie that I've seen quite a few times, and that is The People Under the Stairs. My fiance had never seen this, and I was talking about it, and she went, "Oh, let's watch it." And yeah, I don't want to speak too much about this because I've got a full horror revisited video coming, a full detailed review on this film, so look out for that. That'll be this month sometime. I'm just working on it in a minute. At the minute I just want to get it perfect. So, but yeah, if you watch my top 10 horror movies of the 1990s, this was in there, so I like it. Next up was Lemans 66 on 4K. I spoke about this in my Blu-ray and 4K update. Really enjoyed it. Christian Bale's fantastic in this movie, and the final third with the actual race happens is brilliant to watch. I really enjoyed this film, guys. Definitely, give it a go. Next up was a movie. It wasn't a movie. It was a TV show that I missed last year, and I really wanted to watch it, and they repeated it this week on ITV, and me and my fiance just watched it on catch up in one go, and that is Little Boy Blue. An upsetting story about the murder of Rhys Jones, and yeah, it was good to watch. Just a decent drama, really. 4-part miniseries. I really enjoyed it. Next up we have Beetlejuice. I had not watched this for 20 years, and yeah, I know people love this movie, guys, but for the last 30 minutes it just went off the rails for me. It was just stuff happening that didn't make sense to me, and I was just like, I've lost interest now. But Catherine O'Hara was really funny in this movie, from the mum from Home Alone. I thought she was great. Some of them faces that woman can pull. But yeah, it just lost its way in the final third for me. But I definitely am going to pick this up on Blu-ray. I watched that on Netflix. I'm going to pick that up on Blu-ray this month because I want it in my collection and I want to give it another go. Michael Keaton was quite interesting as the Beetlejuice character. And I have saved my pick of the month for last, guys. And James Brome from Chat and Flicks recommended this to me. Well, recommended it on the podcast. Chat and Flicks is a podcast I listen to. Give it a listen, guys. It's great. And he was talking about a documentary about Michael Jordan and the NBA Bulls when they dominated in the 90s. And I thought, you know what? I'll just give that a watch. Absolutely incredible. This is my pick of the month, guys. You've got to watch it, honestly. It's, even if you don't like basketball, that is the cliche that everyone's saying, watch it. My fiance doesn't even like sports, and she was glued to this. Honestly, it's probably the best sporting documentary I've ever seen. Definitely. It's a 10-part series on Netflix, and it just shows what a winner Michael Jordan is. Sometimes he was a little bit hated by his teammates and stuff, but it's because he wants to win and he wants to bring everyone to his level, and they probably look back now thanking him, and it's just amazing to watch. Full of great, like, the people in the team are just great characters with great personality, like Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, you know, big, larger than life characters, and Michael Jordan, of course. It's just great to watch, guys. I highly, highly recommend this. I was thinking about doing a review on it. I don't know, I might do, but definitely give it a go, guys, honestly. Even if you don't like basketball, sports, whatever, just watch it. I couldn't recommend it enough. And just a couple of video games I've been playing this month really quickly. Medieval, I started this in April and carrying it on this month. Platinum trophy there. It wasn't bad. It had a few glitches here and there, but it wasn't bad. Next, played The Order. Looked good, but the gameplay wasn't great. It was okay. I like these 10-hour games, you know. I prefer them more than the 50-hour games. It takes up way too much of my time, because 50-hour games, I have to find everything in them games. So, Uncharted The Lost Legacy, just started this one. Really enjoying it. About 2 missions away from the end. Really enjoying it, you know. I went to pick a game that I hadn't played for my backlog and forgot I had this. And I was like, oh yeah, thank you very much. And I've been playing a bit of Luigi's Mansion again. Just half an hour in bed here and there when I go to bed. Just lie in bed playing it for half an hour. I dip in and out of this. I really want to try and get it finished soon though, because I've been playing it for like 5 months. So that is everything I've watched, guys, and a few video games I've played. Now, for next month, I still can't fully promise what I'm going to be watching and reviewing, because the cinemas aren't open until July, I don't think, and next month is June, or this month, which is today, the 1st of June. But, you know, hopefully there'll be some Netflix movies coming out. My friend Adrian in work sent me a trailer for one that's coming out on Netflix with Charlize Theron. I forgot the name of it, but that looks interesting. So maybe I'll get around to reviewing that. And, you know, I've got me People Under the Stairs Horror Revisited review coming. So, yeah, just... there's going to be top 10s and stuff. If there's any ideas you want to give me, guys, for videos, leave them down below and I will consider it if I feel like I can do a decent video with that. But yeah, just, you know, I've got lots of ideas for videos, I really have, but, you know, I like to get me planning really perfect before I get the video out. Like, I won't just think of 10 movies on a top 10 list. I'll research it and stuff and make sure I've got everything correct, because I want to give out the best possible top 10 list or the best possible review for a movie. I want to work on it and stuff. So just look out for all sorts of videos coming. I've no plans to ever stop YouTube, to be honest. I'm loving it. You know, one of the best things I ever did was start this channel. So thank you all so much to my new subscribers. And yes, I actually do have something coming. I've just remembered. If I do hit 300 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a competition for you guys, just as a little thank you. So look out for that. I think I'm 10 away now. I think I'm on 290 at this recording. So look, I try not to look at my subscriber count, but I can't help it. I came on YouTube and just thought, don't even look at it, you know, just do your own thing. But it's a bit addictive watching your subscribers go up and stuff. So as a thank you to everyone, when I get to 300, I will do a competition. So look out for that. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you made it this far, I usually watch more movies than this, but getting into a routine, back into work, halfway across the month I went back to work and I was just finding it hard to find my routine. But yeah, hopefully I'll watch a lot more movies this month. Take it all easy, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.